In a recent episode of A Touch More Sue Bird, one of the WNBA's most respected voices, exposed a brewing storm within the league that has left fans, players, and analysts alike reeling. The focus of this controversy? Caitlin Clark, the rising superstar whose record-breaking season has not only captivated audiences but also revealed glaring cracks in the league's leadership under Commissioner Cathy Engelbert. Bird's revelations have sparked a wave of discontent regarding the WNBA's credibility and its handling of players' safety and respect. Bird candidly stated that she watched nearly every one of Clark's games, not just as a former player but as a fan of good basketball. This admiration, however, takes a backseat to the troubling environment surrounding Clark, particularly highlighted by a recent incident at a Connecticut Sun game where a fan's aggressive behavior nearly led to ejection. None of this is okay, Bird emphasized, drawing parallels to how such behavior would never be tolerated in men's sports. This sentiment raises a crucial question. Why is this becoming acceptable in the WNBA? Engelbert's recent statements, particularly during her appearance on CNBC's Power Lunch have ignited fierce debates among WNBA stakeholders. Her assertion that rivalries are essential for boosting the sport's visibility seemed tone-deaf, especially in light of the harassment players like Clark have faced. Bird and others have pointed out that while competition is vital, it should not come at the cost of players' safety and well-being. Critics, including soccer legend Megan Rapinoe, quickly jumped on Engelbert's comments. Rapinoe argued that focusing on rivalries over the protection of players from toxic and racist rhetoric misses the mark entirely. "We knew it was coming. This wasn't a surprise," Rapinoe remarked, implying that Engelbert's comments reflect a troubling prioritization of marketability over player welfare. The backlash has revealed a widening gap between the league's leadership and the realities faced by its players. Engelbert later attempted to clarify her remarks, stating that hate speech is harmful and should be condemned. However, this apology felt inadequate to many, particularly as it highlighted the disconnect between the league's leadership and its responsibilities. The WNBA's credibility is at stake, and the perception is that Engelbert is more focused on crafting narratives than on defending the athletes who are the league's lifeblood. The stakes couldn't be higher for the WNBA, especially with a talent like Caitlin Clark elevating viewership and energizing the fan base. Yet Engelbert's approach risks undermining these gains. Fans and players are left questioning whether this leadership strategy is sustainable and whether focusing on rivalries distracts from addressing critical issues like players' safety and respect. Bird and Rapinoe's podcast did not shy away from calling out the leadership within the WNBA. Bird highlighted that Engelbert's comments about rivalries missed the point entirely, emphasizing that the focus should be on protecting players from toxic attacks, both online and in person. She noted that the hostile environment has made players feel unsafe, which is a significant concern that the league must address urgently. The duo also criticized the generalization of fans based on their support for players like Clark, arguing that this mentality perpetuates division and animosity among the fanbase. Bird stated, "The language being used around fans has to change, calling for a reset in how the league communicates about its supporters." This call for change is crucial as the WNBA navigates a landscape where players are expected to perform at elite levels while defending themselves against harassment. Bird stressed that this is an unfair burden for athletes who are already giving their all to the game. Caitlin Clark's debut season has been historic, drawing in new audiences and revitalizing long-standing fans. However, the league's lackluster response to her success underscores deeper issues. Instead of fully embracing Clark's phenomenal season, the WNBA has remained hesitant, missing opportunities to engage with new fans and capitalize on the excitement generated by her performances. One glaring example of this oversight was the muted acknowledgement of Clark's Rookie of the Year award, which should have been a celebratory highlight for the league. Instead, it was handled with a level of restraint that baffled supporters and analysts alike. The league's decision to inform her about the award via a phone call during a practice before a playoff game exemplifies a missed opportunity to celebrate one of its brightest stars. The implications of these leadership missteps are stark. If the WNBA cannot celebrate and support players like Clark, who bring unprecedented excitement and viewership, what does that mean for the future of the league? Higher television ratings and increased attendance should not just be attributed to marketing strategies. They stem from the players who perform on the court. As Clark continues to break records and draw attention, the question looms large. Can the WNBA's leadership adapt to the changing landscape of women's sports? The answer lies in whether they will prioritize players' safety, consistent officiating, and a supportive environment that fosters growth and credibility. Moreover, the challenges surrounding inconsistent officiating and player safety have become more pronounced. Clark's first season spotlighted these issues, revealing how they could undermine the league's integrity. One memorable incident involved Clark receiving a technical foul for expressing frustration after missing a shot, a call that baffled many given the inconsistencies in officiating across the league. The WNBA stands at a crucial crossroads, with Caitlin Clark's remarkable debut season presenting a unique opportunity to propel the league to new heights. However, leadership missteps and a lack of clear priorities threaten to undermine this momentum. The league must align its public image with the realities faced by its players and reinforce its commitment to their well-being. As Bird and Rapinoe highlighted, the WNBA must do more than just market its stars. It must protect them. This includes implementing consistent officiating standards, prioritizing player safety, and backing up progressive rhetoric with decisive action. The future of the league hinges on how well its leadership listens and responds to these pressing issues. In conclusion, the WNBA finds itself at a pivotal moment, with the potential to solidify its position as a leader in women's sports. However, this can only be achieved by addressing the concerns raised by players and advocates. The stakes are high, and the time for action is now. Will the league seize this opportunity to grow and thrive, or will it falter under the weight of missed chances? The answer will shape the legacy of the WNBA for years to come. What do you think? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like, subscribe,